You guys are so nervous. I don't think anyone was so prepared that it was going to be such an interactive deal today.
Do they know anything about me?
They don't know anything. They don't know why they're here. We just...
Where did you find these guys?
They were all drunk out on the middle of the street.
Oh, that's where I know you guys from.
You're like, you guys look like you like to party. So you've been secretly making a new album for a long time, I've heard. Uh-huh. Why so secretly?
So people didn't know.
Yeah. But, like, since 2009? I mean, how long is a long time?
So I made a whole record in 2009.
Yeah.
And then the hard drives crashed, and every backup crashed. And I said, you know what? This is a sign. Because you go along a path as a songwriter. One song, one record leads to another song and another record. And I found that first I was like inconsolable, right? Because you've just done all this work, and then I start tracking it again, and I'm like, all right, now this has no spirit, because you got to grab all that excitement when you're making a record, and otherwise it's just like data entry, and I didn't like it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna toss this, and I just stopped for a long time, and then I started Twin Forks. I said, I got to find another thing to do here. So I did a new Further record. I did a Twin Forks record, and I just kept thinking about, like, well, what does Dashboard mean? What does it mean for me? And I had to go back to Mark and Mission, which was our third record. And there was that was kind of a split. That was kind of the fork in the road, where I think I started listening to great advice, mostly great advice about how to make records and all this stuff. But I felt like I lost out on the spirit of mystery about making records, and just kind of waiting for things to happen, and basically, so I decided, all right, no record label, no nothing. I'm going to do all this now by myself, and what would have happened if I had gone back and Mark a Mission and took the other road? So this is like not a popular thing to say, but I like my old stuff better. Somehow I'm more connected to it. There's pieces like Stolen on the later records that feel very important to me, very connected to those earlier records. But somehow I feel like I lost the plot. And so it took a few years to find that connective tissue. And then it's taken some time to now make the record. And I didn't want any more fingers in the pie than need be until I thought I'd done everything I could, which is now. I feel like I've done everything that I can with this record. Well, except for I think I could write a few more songs. But other than that, once I get home, maybe I'll sign, make a record deal and think about putting this thing out.
So this pie is just Chris Carrabba germs, period. There's nobody...
Yeah, my germs. I never wash before recording.
Nice. So I read that if you had to release this record today, that you could, but that you would not want to, right, because you're still constantly writing. You said you could write a couple more songs. Yeah. That you're so inspired right now. What's inspiring you?
What isn't? It's more like what isn't inspiring. It says you go through these periods as a songwriter. I'm a pretty prolific writer, which isn't to say everything I write is good. I write a lot of garbage. Some people will say I only write garbage, and then say I half agree sometimes. But
who's that person? Because we'll take care of that. Well, this is your whole backup crew.
I'll send you some links.
Okay.
But playing the last 2 summers playing in. See, when we took our time off, we expected rightfully that we would come back to a very small number of fans that still remembered us or cared, and we were very happy about that. But as it turned out, we ended up playing like these big amphitheaters for the last 2 summers because in our absence, I kind of forget, like, people still have the records they like.
Yeah, we all do.
So I was like, oh, well, they'll forget that we exist, except, well, we still exist to them every day, or maybe not every day, but as often as they care to have us. So that was inspiring, coming back to finding that we had you guys, And then this tour has been really inspirational because we've decided to do this run of shows that are in those clubs we expected to come back to. And I feel like on fire to write songs now that I've done this run. I go home tomorrow, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a song waiting for me there.
Ooh.